Hi, Joey. And, I've been out of town. I've been in New York for a while. Actually, there's something called an affiliate summit, and this is they have one in New York every year, and one in Los Angeles or usually Vegas. And I used to go to them a lot, my other businesses, but now on Let's Go Help, I just thought, oh, I'll go up and see what that's like because we're getting big enough now. I think we may be able to grow, and that's very interesting. I mean, I wanted to make sure that before we put a lot of effort in this, that I have a model down that I could grow and not fall apart when I try to grow. So I feel we're there now. I'm looking for help. And what you get there is marketing help. There's the business, America is best at selling things. This is what we do well. Uh, and it's all about marketing. Because if you don't have a customer, you don't have a business. So no matter how good your idea you think it is, if people don't know about it, then you don't have a business. And it seems that you have to be, like, I feel like 70-80% of my creativity is in trying to educate people about my business versus doing the business versus designing the business, because that's the key. And there is so much money. I mean, now the most talented people in our country go into this business because they could make the most money ever. I mean, the rich companies and everything, they will pay you lots of money if you figure out a way to click on their website when you're on the internet. And these kind of people get more money than the people who cure cancer or do any other things in our country. So this is where our talent is. So I think, we should have more sales stuff here in this country than any other country in the world. And I don't have data, but that's my sense. And it certainly seems that. And these are all people that are going to help you sell something. And all the ways they figured out to do it. There's thousands of ways. And the most ways people know is buying advertising. And I think that's the worst thing to do. I mean, and I learned that the hard way. My businesses that I used to start, I said, okay, I want to buy advertising. How much does it cost? And oh, they need a commercial to put on. Okay, how much does it cost? I go out there, and it would fail. Because what happens with that, you're paying for something that is of value to the person offering it to you. So what's that value to them? So if someone thinks, well, it's going to cost you $10,000 to put an ad in. The problem is they think it's worth $10,000, but it may not be worth $10,000 to you. And you're going to fail a whole lot before you find out what's worth it to you. And most of us don't have that money. So it's a silly way to grow a business relying on other people telling you what's the value of your product to their audience. And you can't live that way because you don't know, they don't know, but they're guessing. So what I've learned to do is say, okay, you think I can make $1 million if I buy advertising? I'll give you half the money. And you put it on for free. You say I'm going to make all this money. Okay, I'll give you half of whatever I make. Because that's what a store does. If you put a product in a store and they sell it for you, they usually get half the money, okay? And it's all flexible and maybe or maybe not. So what I got to find is people, and particularly a lot of things that used to be, and the internet, it's a little different, but when you had broadcast advertising, television, and things like that, I mean, you had an hour program and they had to fill 4 blocks with advertisement. And if they didn't have enough ads to put there, they'd have to put something. So I would go to these TV stations or radio stations or whatever. I mean, ESPN, I made a lot of money because I said, hey, if nobody buys this advertising, put on my ad and I'll give you half the money. And there was a way to keep track of that very easily because I just have separate 800 numbers, for every. And that's how it really grew very big. So I'm trying to do a version of that. And when you call an ad agency, when you call somebody who's selling advertising, their first question is, what's your budget? And that's a terrible question to me. In other words, no matter what your budget is, they'll figure out a way to spend it for you. And it's, you can't live that way as a producer unless you have a lot of money and you can afford it, and to lose, because you're going to have to lose a lot of money to learn, and that's the only way you learn. You lose a lot of money, and it's important that you don't, because most of the people I know, most people I live around, people don't have a lot of money, and our members are that way too. So you have to do it smarter. And there's always more than one way to do something. So you go, and that's why Google will tell you it's going to cost a lot of money. Why? Because everybody in Google is trying to get money from you. So they want to sell you something, and you don't have to buy. And there's always options to do anything in life. You have options. And now in our country, man, there's so much option. Like yesterday, I spent 2 days there. And it's a very social, all marketing people. A lot more women nowadays. Probably at least half was women. And like 10, 20, 30 years ago, whatever, it was mostly guys, bros. It was mostly all bros. But there's a lot, everybody's hustling, and it's all about marketing. So they're all professional salespeople, right? So I'm going out there looking for deals, how I could market without spending money. They don't know that, but they sort of do, because there's people like that. So if they have mailing lists or something that maybe they would be interested in our product. By the way, people were so excited when I say, because a lot of these people know me from 40 years ago, because I've been doing direct marketing, when I did infomercials and home shopping and things like that. It's the same cast of characters. They're just younger now. But there's a bunch of old folks there that remember me. And they're very excited about what we're doing, because to me, if you want to put it in a nutshell, what do we have? Is creating one place for everybody in America to come to find out what programs they're eligible for by living in America, because there's 750,000 programs. That's my estimate about how many there are. If you want to see 600,000, you go to findhelp.org right now, and you'll find 600,000 programs. But there's 750,000 programs, and they've been there ever since I've been alive, but nobody organizes them. So after organizing pieces of this for the last 50 years, I finally decided, before I clock out of this world, I want to have a place where everybody in America could come and find out what programs they're eligible for. Now, the rich people could do that. I used to be one of those people that help rich people, because they'd pay me thousands and thousands of dollars for me to find that out. And they don't even need the money. And that is... that's frustrating to me. There's so many people out there that need money. We have more poor people in this country than any other developed country. That is a disaster to me. I mean, how do we let that happen? The average wage in this country has not gone up, not the average. 90% of the people who are working in this country have not seen an increase in the last 45 years. Inflation went up 300%. Wages went up only up 30%. So we're developing a third world country, as far as I could see. More poor people than any other developed country. So we're not out of the developed country thing yet. That's because we've also created more billionaires than any other country. But it's the average person on the street. And who's worried about them? I'm not sure. But that's what I'm trying to do, because these programs are for everybody. And the rich people know it. The rich people use the hell out of it. Elon Musk and Donald Trump are the epitome of basing their fortunes on government money. Both of those people all based their fortunes on government money. Why? Trump, because of his father. His father, a real estate business that he inherited and took over from them. And he even brags in his book, his first book, like 20 years ago, whenever he did it. He brags about his first $1 million property was in a government property in Cincinnati, Ohio. I think I'm in love with you. Wow, Monica. Well, let me know. And it is there. Elon Musk, he gets $8 million every day from the government. Now, these people, what they just did is took out $1 trillion from people who really need the money. People who really need the money, and through healthcare on Medicaid, they took $1 trillion out of that in this budget and giving $1 trillion to millionaires. I mean, I don't know how these people sleep at night. We all justify things in our mind. I know, I do too. We're all smart people. We want to pretend that we do something can't be bad. This must be good. So I'm sure they have reasons in their mind. We all make those up because we're smart enough. If we're really stupid, we wouldn't think it and just do the right thing. I got my new teeth. Charity got her new teeth. Okay, see, this is a member, a wonderful, delightful woman who joins Let's Go Help. Say she got new dentures and waiting for implants. Now, see, this is what I want to show. There are a lot of people out there who can't afford dental care, right? Because most of that's not covered in insurance. And if it is, it's just for cleaning or something like that. And some of these things could be lots and lots of money. Now what she also does as a member is help other people. Like today, we have 4 or 5 hours of people like Charity who are live that help you, that teach you how they got the money. So you don't have to trust somebody like me. I dress like a clown, but I tell you, it helps at conventions. and it's people just treat me so nicely. I don't deserve it, and it is so warm-hearted, and that's why I'm want to concentrate on that for the rest of my life. And this is what I hope Let's Go Help does is with love and joyfulness to help each other. So love and joy is what it's all about in my mind, that we help each other. And I'm going to work my butt off to try to make that happen. I can't find my cheat sheets. What did you do with them? Let's go. Damn, I undid my luggage and let's go. So if you want to join our loving, joyful community, letsgohelp.com. And we fuck up now and then, and so we may piss you off or something, but it's not intentionally. It's, we all have bad days. None of us are perfect. But we want everybody else to be perfect, right? We're not perfect, man. How many times did I screw up? And at 82 or whatever the hell I am now, I keep screwing up more and more. And I don't mind because I feel what I'm doing is important. If I could, like Charity, okay, now here, I could find her how to do that. And it is, there's nothing more important to do in life, man. I don't know about you. And when I was younger, I sure didn't think this, but now that I see it, maybe someone trusts me at all. But we have so many things that we could keep growing no matter what age you are. And that's what I feel. Now at my age, I'm only interested in growing my heart. I'm only interested in loving more and giving more, whatever. I got enough suits already. I don't want to go to the moon or what all these fat cats do. And that's why we give money back to members. So if we make a profit, we give it back to profits. We're getting a little shaky now. We're getting a little growth spurt. We're not having it too well. So we had to cut back on some of the grants, but now we're still giving out $50,000 or more every month just to members. But more importantly, it's not our money to give back. That's just to show a love back to people who trusted us and do this. So it's for, I feel, the members deserve the profit, not me. So that's important. Hello, Asio. We need a massive 330,000 to get denied for student loan. Is there a grant? Okay, Candy, what you have to do is work with your student loan people. There's a bunch of nonprofit organizations that help you with that too. So you want to go to studentaid.gov and make sure you know what's going on. And actually up there, I talked to a student aid guy and he said, Trump's going to have another thing to try to alleviate some of that pain too. Now, I think some of Biden's things are gone, but there's others still there. So number one, you call the office that's giving out the money and you ask them for options, because they know, and they set up options. So that's the first place, but you don't stop there. The next thing you do is go to findhelp.org and put in student loans. Let me go there in my Find Help. Findhelp.org. Okay, I'm gonna put in my zip code 20009. I'm gonna put in student loans. You have to keep looking for options, okay? Okay, 71 organizations. So there's 71 organizations in my zip code that help people with student loans. Now, findhelp.org, it's all free. Don't go to Google. Google is all to get your money. You want to go to findhelp.org. Every organization, 71 organizations in my zip code that will help you for free with your student loans. 71 organizations. See, I mean, I know you could find help. I know there is help. I don't know exactly what it is. You don't know what it is, but you have to do that work to find out. And you don't have to pay somebody to do it. You just take that 71 organizations and you keep calling. You call as many as you can to help that, okay? You need $30,000? That's worth a few days of phone calls for you, I think. If you don't, you have other ways to get money or do something, then do it. I mean, I can't tell anybody how to live their life. I don't even know how to live my own fucking life. We're guessing every day, and nobody knows. But to make intelligent decisions, you have to find options. You don't just listen to one idiot like me and think that's all there is. Or no, there is so much out there, and that's why things change every day, I mean, you look at, I remember my life, I used to worry about how much coffee I'm. Every 6 months or a year, there's a new study that proves that drinking too much coffee is bad. Another one's drinking too much coffee is good. Not just drinking this. You have to get all the information and make the decision on what is best for you. But the hard part, I'm a senior and I need both. From hospitalized because I choked. How do I get some money for? Well, is it Miss Charlotte? Please start calling people. That's the only way you do it. You're not going to get on the internet, because anybody who's going to contact you on the internet wants money from you. You want to talk to people who want to give money and help to you. Now, you can't do that and just call one thing. No, you're going to have to call probably a dozen or so. Where do you start? You start at Needy, because it's a medical thing, Needy, NEEDYMEDS.org. NeedyMeds.org. Now, it's a wonderful database. They show you all the free healthcare that's available in your state, in your city, county, whatever, and also sources of money to pay for prescription drugs. They have people to help you fill out the forms to get the prescription drugs. All the nonprofit organizations that have money to help you when you're recuperating for something like that. If you can't understand the website, because it is a little difficult. And it's difficult because they changed it on me. I've been using it one way for 40 years, talking about training an old dog new tricks or whatever the phrase is. They changed it on me. What happened? They don't make that underwear the way they used to. And so but there's a phone number there. And I just called them up and I got on very quickly to talk to somebody about how do I find money to live on if I'm recovering from a degree. An illness or something, or an operation, okay? She told me where to go and how to search the database and everything. It's all there. People are there to help you in this country. People are nice if you find them. They're not where you think they are. They sound nice on Google because they want to kiss your ass until you give them money. But you still don't have the money, so you can't do that. And so you're pissed off because you call some bureaucrat and they had a bad day and they're taking it out on you. That's okay. You have to call another bureaucrat. You need, you need it, please, because the help is out there. If I could only, I mean, I just get so much. Number one, I'm it still amazes me, like going out in New York City and all the, in the meeting I was at. I mean, people treat me so nicely. I mean, I just can't get over that. And I'm so grateful. Um, uh, and, and the members here, I know you need so much help. And I know America has this in it to help people, but you have to find it. They're not going to come to you. We're used to that because we live in capitalism, and all we feel we have to just sit here and people will tell us, you know, what to do. They only tell you what to do and how to get help if you have money. They don't do that if you don't have money. So you have to take it on your behalf to advocate for yourself to find these. And please, you'll improve your life so much just knowing that there are good people around. I mean, it's hard nowadays because we got a guy in running the show now who just fires a couple 100,000 people by noon. People who work in the government for 30, 40 years and they're gone. Whoa, wow, hey, what happened? Single mom here. Okay, single mom, Faith, you're a single mom. Start with this thing. Go to singlemotherguide.com, singlemotherguide.com. That's the basics. Now the basic programs, there's about 7 or 8, depending on the state, and they're the basic programs, and it's one website. You can find all the applications for every state. So that's pretty cool, singlemotherguide.com. Now what I've heard about that, see, it's a .com. I usually don't recommend .coms. And here's the problem with that. They have the information there, but you're gonna get hit with a lot of fucking emails. And that's why I hear the feedback now, because I don't sign up, so I don't get them. So be careful, but the information is good. I always look for people do that. In the same way, like I told you about needymeds.org. See, I usually do .org or .gov. Org or government, Gov. Org is nonprofits, Gov is government. So if you go there, they're not going to sell you stuff, and you won't get tons of emails or whatever it is. So it's important. .com, you just have to be very careful. We will never show you anybody that will ask money for you. But you know, here's when you give the name to these people. So you want to be careful. The other option is go to findhelp.org, and you could put, it's not as organized, all the information is there, but it's just not organized. Some states are doing this now. They're starting to have one place where you could apply to all the basic programs, but it's usually only 3, 4, 5 programs. See, but there's hundreds and hundreds of programs in the state. So the problem is you think that that's all the programs. Okay, I'm done. What else you got? You have to do the work to find that out. And that's what we do. Now, if you want to know programs in your state right now, oh, I hope I have this, and you don't have $20 to give us, because this is what every member has, is if you go to, not sure, need help, letsgohelp.com, no, okay. No, I don't have a sign for that. But if you go to tiny, T-I-N-Y, URL.com, tinyurl.com, and then slash, well, here's one. I have slash health, health care apprentice. But just put tinyurl.com and then slash let's go 500. tinyurl.com slash let's go 500. Let me show you, I have a list thing on that report where you download for every state. And then you download your state and you get 500 programs in your state that give out free money and help for everything. And they're categorized. So you got 500 programs that are all categorized by getting out of debt, paying your bills, and getting a job, get job training and education, things like that, and then buying a house or getting home repair and all that kind of. I mean, it goes step by step. Starting a business, growing a business, all those for every state. You know, even like I've in there, I have for death, how to pay for funeral costs. I mean, there's programs like that. You wouldn't believe the kind of stuff that the medical care, dental care, pet care. It's all there. All the care is there. You don't care, I don't care, but the care is there. So, it's important that you know we live in a country that wants to help you. And that's why you think everybody's full of shit and they're selfish and everything. Well, there's that part of all of us, yeah. But you have to dig behind that and get behind the curtain and see what's really there of people who have love in their heart and trying to help other people. And when I look at the data, it says America has 40% of our economy as people trying to help each other and never charge you money. That's 40%. But see, we never see that. All we see is the 60% that will only do things for you for money. And that's Google. Google is there to provide help for the 60%. Okay. Nobody is there to provide help to find the free stuff, except the only one is like find help and some other special things like needy meds and stuff. So you have to work on that. But if you're a member of Let's Go Help, you'll never get a website that asks for money. Every website will be giving you money, not asking for money. Now, isn't that great? I think, but it's a tough sell. But when I explain this to people, that now America has one place, one website, one service, one community, that all we do is help each other get free money and help to have a better life. Because that's the 40% of America that is there to help you do that. And the rich people know it, and they complain, oh, people on welfare, fuck. Yeah, the people who scam welfare are nothing compared to the billionaires who scam the government. I mean, right now, every year, it's estimated somewhere between $600 billion to $1 trillion in unpaid taxes by rich people. Almost $1 trillion. So they're cutting out $1 trillion for poor people to get medical help and financing people who don't pay their taxes. They owe us money, baby. If they collect all that, we can help the people who really need the health care, right? But you know what they did? They cut the people who collect taxes at the IRS, so they got no one to go and collect the taxes. Crazy, huh? But there's still help there. And it's most of the good stuff is local. Please go local. You have to do that more than anything else. It's a wonderful country that we live in. We help each other. My grandparents came here, worked in the coal mines, and I can't even spell coal now. But it's important. I need money to move my business. Well, do you know where you want to move it to? Because that would be good, Judith. I mean, in the same area, or you want to go to another state, or whatever. Ooh, lots of questions there. To move your business, look on the left-hand side for Unlock My Goals on the left-hand side, and there's a tab for starting or expanding a business. So go to that tab, starting or expanding a business, okay? And make an appointment with the counselor there, okay? So that's important to do. Now we also have, and they will help you find the money and help to do that. Because actually there's people and cities and states that will give you money to move to them. People want you to move to places. So that's important. We got another one for moving, a report, you're a member, so. And there's cities that will give you money to move there. And there's like 300 of them. And that's all in this report. Oh, I didn't do this right. Sorry. Oh, there's the drive. There's the drive. I know, why did I put drive on? Move it, let's go. Grants to pay for my move. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, I'm gonna put in the chat for Let's Go Help Folks. Is the link there for grants to pay for a move? Okay. I want to move it to New York City from here. Ooh, call 311, Judith, and see what they can do, okay? But look at that report. You want to talk to counselors who are free to help you with that, okay? That's important. So you have to talk to people. It may take you a half a dozen people to talk to make sure you see them all, okay? What's available. I want to see New York City. Make it more free, yes. Okay, Tammy's right. Got to do that. I want to move to New York City from Yonkers. Hi, everyone. Sarah. Freddie, thank you so much for valuable. I wanted to tell you that I've been finishing with all the paperwork to open out. Well, wonderful. And now that I'm stuck, his budget and my credit is not helping get financial opportunities. This is frustrating. Okay, start those people. Okay. I mean, Freddie, did you go on the left-hand side and unlock my dreams? You got to do that and start talking to people to go over that, whatever you have, to look for money, because there'll be lots of possibilities for money. They come and go all the time. So you have to get that, talk to people and have them help you do that, okay? You can't do it yourself just by reading stuff on the internet. You got to get belly to belly or on the phone with these people. Also, what is it? I have a report. See, AI is terrific now. You don't need me. You just need AI, I tell you the truth. And if you put, let's see. Tiny URL. I have a report that shows you how to find all the people in your state, in your city, that will help you start a business, okay? Medical, okay, here it is. Okay, here's 50, 60 organizations where you live that help you start or expand any kind of business, okay? Okay. Do you see that there? Money and help to start your business, okay? Now, what you have to do, it shows you how to go to ChatGPT, you don't have to pay anything, and get the list, and then you just call every one of them. There's no shortcut. I wish there was, but there isn't. Just like you filling out the form or doing the business plan. There's no shortcut. You just have to put in the sweat equity. Thank you so much. Yeah, finance. Okay, Freddie, so do that about, you gotta do that little ChatGPT source. They start talking to people, okay? It's important you talk to people. Let's see, Tammy. And Sim, where do I go get grants, major repairs for my home? Okay, the best place is what's your zip code? For home repair. Ann, what's your zip code? Are you still there? Okay, Ann. 77. Okay, here, I'm going to tell you what I do, because anybody could do this. Okay, you go to Find Help. and then put in your zip code as 77904. Put in there. And then another will come up, then you put in home repair. Okay, 135 organizations. 135 organizations. 135 organizations. Okay. Now, obviously, a lot of them are not for you, but that's okay. You know, you can go through first and see what you think is for you, and even if it's not for you, you talk to everybody in that list. You can't until you find what you want, because they're going to lead you to something else that's not in the list, that's nobody else knew about. It's going to be new, old, or whatever. This is what you have to do, and it's all about that work. It's all about doing that research, because otherwise you're going to go to Google, and Google and the internet and all that is just to starting pages. It's people. You need people that get the right information, not the internet. That's just get you closer, okay? So there it is, and maybe I could put this in again for you. Okay, I have for Ann Home Repair. I'm going to put in the link again, Ann, okay? Okay, so Ann Home Repair. But no, AI, you can, and that's it. But Find Help does a good job at this, so you don't have to worry that. Okay, any other questions before I go? Okay, so if you want to join us at letsgohelp.com, there's letsgohelp.com. Okay, it's $20, unlimited one-on-one help to apply to every government grant. And we're trying to make it lovable and joyful experience, because life is tough and you're gonna get shit on just by being alive, no matter what happens. You don't get out of here alive without scrapes and bruises and stuff like that. So it's silly to have to pay for it. And you're your best when you're loving, I think. We use our best selves. So that means we could solve more problems easier than if we're defensive and stuff. You have changed my life, and I can never think, oh, Charity, so nice, sweet of you. A while ago, you mentioned the government giving away free houses. Please inform me. Yeah, Edward, look at Unlock My Goals on the left-hand side. There's under Unlock Your Goals, it's for home, on buying a home. And in there are how to find 10 organizations in your area that help people with little money to get homes. And one of them is the Houses for $1. And that's usually done through your county government for the economic, or what the heck do they call it? Economic development, yeah. Yeah, very good with. Don't have to be good. That's right. It's the phone. You have to be good on the phone. That's what it really is. Well, I mentioned it. So that's what you have to be good at. What's the best site to get a car? The best site to get a car is tinyurl.com/letsgocar. Okay. And also go to findhelp.org, put in your zip code and put car in there. I helped my Lyft driver with an AI search on my way home. That's wonderful. No, with chat available after the live, just a recording, right? If I remember to put it up. Katie Russell. No, the chat is not, okay. Help you starting a business, right? Thank you for teaching us all about AI, absolutely. Life change. Thank you, Charity. Jesse, I want to start my own security company in Arizona or Nevada. Is there? Yes. To start a company, Jose, go over on the left-hand side and look for Unlock My Goals, and it'll tell you who to call. Okay, in either of the states. I'd start wherever you are now and find them help for that. And if one doesn't do it, you call another one, because there's dozens of these people that do that. Okay. So if you don't hit it off with one, you try one date. If it doesn't work out, then you go and date again. I went about Grandson getting training as a, I don't know, as a BCBA. I have a degree, but no license, and my degree was 20 years ago. What's a BCBA? But look on the left-hand side, we have a career under Unlock My Goals, the one for career. That's where you want to go. Okay. No. Okay, under Lock My Goals, we have bills and debt, start a business, housing, and then healthcare, launch a nonprofit, and boost my career. That's what you want. So, and the steps are there. Okay, I'm going to copy the link to give you that link now. Linky dinky doo. I love you. Okay, career. Here's the link. Okay. Okay, and don't forget, look at our calendar on the left-hand side. We have a calendar there. And thank you for being. You have a smile in so many ways. Now they could see you smile, all right, Charity? That's sweet. It's so nice, you know. Makes my day. And that's why, see, we could do more of that, Charity, just help people. It's such a gift that we all have to do that. I think there was something else in my head, but it fell out. I'll have to look on the back. Oh, somebody give me a tip. Oh, $1.99, wonderful. Thank you so much. That's a hug. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, guys, we'll see you soon. And you want to join us on our loving, joyful community, letsgohealth.com. Unlimited personal help to apply to every program you're eligible for. There's 750,000 programs. The government gives out an average of $18,000 to every adult in the United States every year. Hey, good afternoon. Are there any grants for anything that can help me with lawyer's fees? Yes. If you don't have $20 here, and help me back while I recover from, yes. You can start with findhelp.org is the free site. We charge $20 to help you, but findhelp.org, and put in financial assistance, okay? Okay, guys, I'm fading. I worked a little hard for an old guy the last 2 days. Took the train up and back, but it was fun. Can't wait to do it again. Thank you for everybody there, so sweet and loving, and try to keep that heart open, because the world makes more money by closing your heart. So you gotta fight it. I fight it every day because I don't like that feeling. I like the open heart feeling. I don't know about you, but to me it feels so much better.